Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Conservation Diaries. This week we've been busy with quite a lot of maintenance around the lodge. As the Afrikaans say, it's stilte voor die storm, meaning it's quiet before the storm. So historically this is quite a quiet part of the season just before the big rush of December. So we're getting all our little nitty-gritty maintenance stuff done here at the lodge. But nevertheless, a lovely sighting of the Nambiti boys. They were up near the Eland Plains area, and a nice sighting of this Inyala as well. There has been a lot of new green growth on the game reserve. That includes leaves as well as grass. There has been some strategic block burning by the game reserve, so they've burnt in areas which they felt needed it to encourage new growth. And this is sure making the buffalo quite happy, as that new growth is highly nutritious and highly sought after by your grazing mammals. A wonderful sighting of the herd of elephants on the Lapalala Bridge. So having a bit of height as a bit of a vantage point for the guests was quite nice to see the entire herd in the reeds like this. This one being very curious and smelling us as it lifted up its trunk there. The whole herd was around the bridge area. Some of them, like this one, were not quite made it into the reeds yet, but the others were all in the reeds and having a nice swim on this, a particularly hot day. Temperatures reached about 38-39 degrees. Always nice to come across our flagship mammal, the Rowan, and we are quite lucky that they are always quite relaxed, as they were released from their breeding camps about a year and a half ago and actually seem to be doing quite well. Rowan tend to struggle a little bit when there's competition from zebra and wildebeest, but here they seem to be doing okay. This week in Days of Our Lions, it's been all quiet on that front. We haven't heard much news about the males competing for territory. The two females, as you can see, big suckle marks there, may have gone in fake uterus just to keep the big male happy, as he seems to be mating with this female. But there you can see prominent suckle marks on the belly of this female, which is evidence that she has cubs. Okay, so we haven't played this game in quite a while. This week of Guess That Animal is coming up in the next scene after this elephant. Here it is. Can any of you guess what animal this is? Leave your comments down below. So, can any of you guess what that is? Quite a tricky one on this week's Guess That Animal. Here we have a lovely male hartebeest, named after the horns. If you use your imagination at the right angle, the horns can look like they're in the shape of a heart. So we're going to be ending this week's episode of this sleepy male lion taking an afternoon siesta. So from all of us here at Swallow, where conservation never stops, we'll catch you all next time.